Peter Ducey, thank you very much. We'll get into it now with Will Cain, co-host in Fox and Friends Weekend. First of all, your top-line response when you first heard this from the Vice President of the United States.
Simultaneously shocking but unsurprising. You can't be surprised that this type of language was coming from the White House, from the second most powerful person in the United States, because this type of language, Harris, has been employed throughout governmental policy for quite some time. You know, I heard Nancy Mace in the clip you just played describe this as crazy town. It's not crazy town. It's immoral. What I mean by that is it is not simply sloppy. It is not simply uncalculated. It is a predictable guidance, a principle to which the Democratic Party has now subscribed, that you should divide people according to their race. They do it with government contracts. They do it with educational opportunities. I can go down, and by the way, this word equity, and I appreciate the Vice President distinguishing it from equality. Equality, the idea that we all aspire to a society where we're judged by our merit and our individual. No, she sets that aside and says we have to strive for equity, which means we start to filter each other through the prism of race. I can go down the street, Harris. I can go to my children's school, and they've incorporated that concept into their guiding principles. And it is, without a doubt, immoral. It is racist. And the president and the vice president of the United States, I guess now, that makes it unsurprising. I guess now what makes it shocking is they're willing to apply it to the most dire of circumstances, a natural disaster. But make no mistake, this is predictable, and this is one of their guiding principles, to be racist.
I want to get into it a little bit on this point, because you and I talk brass tacks all the time. So I'm just going to be really transparent here. Her husband is white, and so is mine. She's biracial. I'm black. If our white husbands lost one of us, they would cry as hard as if a black husband lost his black wife. It's just that basic. So divide and conquer along the lines of politics is what this feels like. Because as human beings, it's very hurtful.
I mean, that's that word you used at the end, human beings. Why is there such difficulty in seeing one another as human beings, as individuals? That's why I'm telling you, it's morally abhorrent. And again, a natural disaster, I guess, highlights it for many. It's morally abhorrent to say we need to divide each other by race. And then also, by the way, for the purpose of employing a Marxist ideology, which she again lays out. You don't need me to somehow, filter this into something that it's not. She lays it out. She says the goal of equity is to arrive at equal outcomes. Equality is doing our best to achieve equal opportunity. She wants to use racism, segregationist policies to ensure we arrive at equal outcomes. Thus is equity. And thus, just to tie it into your final observation there, Harris, thus is the denial of us as individuals and ultimately as human beings.
Exactly. We all have our own path. And by the way, so did Hurricane Ian. So if he takes one of us away from someone who loves us, the hurricane didn't pick me because I was black, or pick her potentially because she was biracial. And the hurricane didn't know that someone white might mourn us or someone black might mourn us. It doesn't work that way. Yeah. And those victims left behind don't deserve something based on the color of their skin or the lack thereof. Your last quick thought on this, will move.
My last quick thought is just, again, understand. It's calculated and it's purposeful, and therefore it's immoral.
All right, we'll move. The Biden administration getting bombarded with hundreds of thousands of comments from parents since President Biden proposed changes to Title IX. A big part of that law aims to protect women and girls in sports. The president this summer said he wants to strengthen the rights of transgender students and athletes who use Title IX. The Department of Education now has to review every single response. A member of a girls' volleyball team at a Vermont high school says the team has been banned from using girls' locker rooms. It comes after they objected to changing clothes in the presence of a transgender student. Caitlyn Jenner weighed in today.
The left has hijacked and politicized yet another minority group in our wonderful country, and all they're doing is driving this apart. Now, does this trans girl have the right under Vermont law to be on the team and to use the locker room? Yes, she does. Do these girls have the right to comment? Absolutely they do. honestly, everything is out of whack right now. And these things have to stop.
One thing Caitlin has told me when we had her here in Focus is that we've got to come up with a way to do some sort of separate but equal. Like you've got to create something that makes everybody feel not just comfortable, but safe in their space. She doesn't know how you do that, but she thinks that's where we need to go.
Well, look, Harris, I mean, I think that you can overcomplicate what is, in the end, a biological fact. And it just doesn't matter what you choose to call yourself. Your genetic components and God have defined for reality what you are. And the laws of man have to follow some objective truth. And you can't have a boy who calls himself a girl force all the girls out of the girls' locker room. This is insanity. I can't believe I'm having to say this. Force, what was it, 10 girls out of the girls' locker room because they're uncomfortable. One would be able to perceive why they might be uncomfortable.
Yes.
In order to allow him to warp objective reality to his desires. You know, if he doesn't want to go to the boys' locker room, how about, apparently all 10 of these girls in Vermont had to go to a stall, a single stall, and take turns changing, while he had the entire locker room for himself. How about common sense says reverse that? You go to the privacy of a single bathroom, and you leave the locker room, well, to the girls. You and I are having a conversation that I can't believe is one we're having that's somehow political. This is not complicated. Human beings have understood the differences between men and women for millennia, and somehow we can't get it straight in modern America.
Well, I know Caitlin says she doesn't speak for everybody, but she's talking about what you're saying. I mean, create something separate for those individuals who are transgender. But, you know, we're all up in our feelings in the woke days. And the feeling is you accommodate the minority number first, number, not person, but number first, until you can figure out how to fix it for everybody. And it leaves us kind of in this nebulous point, and that's why these parents are speaking up. And when I say speaking up, they're going to have a lot of letters to read. Will Cain, thank you. Oh, real quick.
All right, thank you, Harris.
Thank
I was
you.
just going to say, and yesterday's unfashionable minority is cast to the side. Feminism is yesterday's empathy, yesterday's compassion. Today's is trans. Where is the principle? What is the guiding light? Only what is fashionable, it seems, for many on the left and the progressives, and where they fight.
Yeah, if only they could just look for answers instead of winning via politics and using everybody as potential victims. It's immoral, as you say, even though they say they take the high ground on that. Will Cain, good to see you.